last reported stolen, Palermo, Italy, 1996, never seen again. As you know, Ed, I'm a car collector. I got a pretty significant collection, but a little bit of everything. Muscle cars, Porsches, Ferraris. But I've been searching for the Holy Grail, the F40. And looking, and I'm all over. There's a lot of international sites. Animera, Cars and Classics, Mobile.de, which is German only. A lot of people don't know about those. They just go on Gurus or DuPont. And so on Animera, there was an F40 that was significantly under the market at the time, about $250,000, but it's in Japan, which it's part of the reason. Although Japanese collectors are very, very fastidious about their cars, which is a good thing, there's also not a lot of people that are willing to go all the way to Japan to look at a car. But I won't buy anything. I mean, I bought cheaper cars on eBay and stuff without actually going out, but I'm not going to spend close to $1 million without hands-on. I went with my wife, and who's significantly younger than me, but has what I've seen of everyone I met, the best BS meter I've ever seen. She's kept me out of so much trouble in deals by just saying, there's something wrong here. This guy makes me nervous. I just don't like it. But needless to say, this thing was cheap, and I didn't want to lose it. Next day, we hop on British Air. We fly out to Tokyo. We take the speed train to Osaka. We meet up with these two guys in a warehouse, huge empty warehouse except for the F40, which is sitting there. It's there, hands on. Now, it had some mods, some like HK springs put in it and some gas shocks, a couple of different things, nothing that couldn't be changed back. They were kind of pushy, and they were also whispering a lot in the corner. And after maybe 15 minutes, she says to me, "Let's get out of here." So what are you talking about? She goes, "This car's stolen." So you're out of your mind. They only made 1,100 of them. No one's going to sell on an international market a stolen car where all you got to do is look at the serial number. I mean, it's impossible. So then they bring me a bunch of documents of supposed inspections and stuff, all in Japanese. I have no idea what they say. And I did not bring an interpreter, which was my bad. So then I told them, and they spoke a little bit of English, enough to understand. I said, "I want to send the car to Ferrari Tokyo for PPI. "Oh, no, car does not leave warehouse. You can bring mechanic here." I'm like, that's kind of weird. I said, "If it's money, I'll pay for it. I'll put it on the trailer. I'll insure it. I'll pay for the PPI, whatever, but it's got to go to Tokyo." No, bring you a mechanic here. Anyone you want. Car's good. Don't worry about it. The money's good. They're even offering me a little less, but I'm getting a little nervous. When I put a car in play, I don't like other people to know that I'm interested in the car until I'm ready to pull the trigger. So I won't ask questions on one of the forums until it would be too late for anybody else to jump. So at this point, because I'm a little nervous, I post on Ferrari chat. So I post, "Does anybody know this serial number?" And I don't remember the number anymore, so we'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. 5 minutes later, Marcel Massini, who's probably the foremost Ferrari historian ever, 5 minutes later, he writes, "Last reported stolen, Palermo, Italy, 1996, never seen again." Oh my God, this thing will not get out of Japan. Well, it may get out of Japan, but it's not getting in the States. And then, of course, when it gets in the States, they're going to hold it. It's stolen. I just told the guys, "Look, car's not for me, blah, blah, blah. I don't like the modifications." They went crazy. We have deal. I'm sorry with my fake accent. "We have a deal. You came out here." I said, "I'm not interested. We're leaving. Thank you very much." And of course, I wrote to Marcel immediately. "Thank you. You saved me." But truth is, she really saved me because she called it in 10 minutes. I'm like, an insurance company had to have written a check for that. So they're going to want, if they know where it is now. So I call Palermo, Italy, the police department in Palermo, right? I'm like, I have information about a stolen car, right? No one answers the phone. Right? I'm like, all right, maybe it's siesta time, because, everything closes in Italy from 2 to 5. So, I take the time difference in account and I call to what would have been 9 a.m. there. No one answers the phone. And not a voice message either. So I tried maybe 5, 6 times. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know what would happen if I was reporting, a murder, but since they're not answering the phone, but I finally gave up. And look, possibly there would have been a reward as well. Would have been nice, but even cooler if I could have returned the car to its original owner. That's always a nice story. He gets his car back 20 years later with some upgrades. But as far as I know, it's still in Japan. But it's no longer for sale, so maybe somebody bought it in Japan. I was disappointed. Search didn't end. Kept looking. When you're collecting, it's an international market, except for maybe muscle cars and Corvettes, because those guys over there don't care. So every day I'm watching the euro, the pound, mostly the euro and the pound for fluctuations. So I found the car at DK Engineering, which part of what's important, especially after what I just learned, is reputation. And these guys, Harvey Stanley and the guys over at DK, have the most impeccable. I can't say enough about what stand-up guys these guys are. The car I'm looking at was 900,000 pounds, and the pound was $1.48. The car was basically $1.5 million. 7,000 kilometers, absolutely perfect. Redbug, Classic A, 2-owner car, just perfect. So I'm talking to Harvey Stanley about it. He goes, well, there's not a lot of room, et cetera, et cetera. The next day, Brexit hits. The pound goes from 148 to 120. Okay, I call Harvey. I said, Harvey, is the car still for sale? Yeah. Is it still 900,000 pounds? Yes. Talk about stand-up. I mean, they could have raised it to 25% spread and still gotten in US dollars what they were going to get. But they didn't. They stuck to it. I flew out next day, put my hands on it. I know them, so I didn't have to do a PPI. And actually negotiated and got it for a little bit less. It did go up. It went to 121 when we closed the deal, which was still like, as soon as I got it here, it was worth $300,000, $400,000 more. Then, the car had been sitting. I started up, starts making a funny noise. One of the turbos blew. The impellers are magnesium, so they're very brittle. So I took it to my local Ferrari dealer. They said, we better replace both sides. It's going to be $44,000. I'm like, all right, look, you buy $1 million car. What are you going to do? But I called Harvey over at DK. I told him what happened. He says, you know what? We got 2 rebuilt ones on the shelves. Don't worry about it. They're on the way, which was just a fantastic thing. I will always do business with these guys. Sent it to Ferrari. They charged me a little bit of labor, to put them on. But now the car is dead perfect. So, of course, I want to drive it. I mean, it's the ultimate, but it's got 7,000 kilometers on it. And every kilometer you add is hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. Not as much in Europe. In Europe, they drive the piss out of their cars, and they don't care. But here, I mean, mileage, they're so mileage sensitive. I would love to drive it every day, but I can't. But yeah, I have an F40, and it's in my warehouse, and we can touch it and look at it. But that's the extent of it.
Homeowners insurance may just seem like some boring thing that you have to get a mortgage, but it can be a surprising way to actually save a lot of money. Policy Genius is your advocate to do that. They shop your policy and your insurance needs amongst all the major carriers and find you the best deal. In fact, every time it renews, Policy Genius does it all over again. They check everybody else, they make sure you're getting the best deal, and if there's a better deal out there, they switch you for free. Policy Genius can also bundle your homeowner's policy with your car insurance policy and save you even more. Policy Genius has saved their combined auto and home insurance customers an average of $1,127 a year. So visit the link in the description below, tell them a little bit about yourself and your property, and they'll tell you if you're getting the best deal. Be sure to thank them for their support of VINwiki.